Welcome to In the Sulky. I'm Justin Horowitz with my special guest tonight. It's David Reid from the Tattersall Sales Company. Of course, the spring mix sale coming up on Sunday here at the Meadowlands, a catalog of about 90 horses or so. What can we expect to see on Sunday, David?
Yeah, we have a catalog, main catalog of 80. We had 13 in the supplement. And right now I'm very fortunate. We're very happy that we don't have a lot of outs. And I think it's going to be a good sale. I wish we had about another 30 or 40 horses, but that's a sign of the times. And what we do have is racing, racing quite well in all venues and all size tracks. So I'm looking forward to a good sale, and we'll just roll with the punches.
Now the sale this year is a month earlier than it was last year. What was the thinking behind that?
We tried to launch the 2-year-olds in training sale, and we struggled a little bit. We did have some guys get behind us, but it's been tried before and it didn't go well. And I don't want to admit failure, but I wouldn't say we totally failed because I do think we were gaining momentum. But we're gonna move the mix sale up in July as well. So we're gonna be in the middle of July, give the opportunity for some of the 2-year-olds that have baby raised, qualified, and then we're gonna be able to offer those that have shown proven lines on those. So that was the thought process there.
Yeah, amazing with those 2-year-olds. The thoroughbreds love selling 2-year-olds in training in March, and they sell for big money.
Big money. They go an eighth of a mile or maybe a quarter of a mile, and but our clients have definitely told us they want to see them go behind the gate.
All right, so we'll see those later this summer. Now, you said a lot of horses are racing. I think the number was about 56 have raced in the last week or so. We've got 27 in to go between now and Saturday. Right. So if you're looking to buy a horse, it's fantastic to have a horse that's ready-made and racing that you can buy and get that return on investment right away. Yeah,
for sure. And part of the timing was, too, is a lot of the stables moving north, and you got to have the 2- and 3-year-olds start getting racing in stake races. So, people do need to flip inventory. Owners need to, maybe raise some cash. Trainers need to install space, whatever. So that was part of the thinking. But there's, I think, about 90% of the horses have raced or will race over a 10-day period. And that's something that we're very happy with, actually, when we recruited the horses.
Absolutely. Last year's sale topper went for about $65,000. Do you have any predictions for this year? My guess, at least, the horse that jumped out at me, Rock and Roll World, who's made more than $500,000 for Ronnie Burke, and he's in tomorrow night here at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, if we don't beat the $65,000, I'm fired. But no, I think we actually have a couple nice 3-year-old prospects. Plum Hanover's a nice horse. I'm in a blind spot. It's a nice horse racing the Sire Stakes in the Pennsylvania PA Stallion Series tomorrow. Rock and Roll World in there, and we have a handful of others that I think we're going to be in good shape with. So.
Yeah. Now, as far as beyond the sale goes, the catalog's a little smaller this year, but I think that's totally reflective of a larger trend throughout the industry, and that's a lack of horses pretty much anywhere. Where do you weigh in on the horse shortage and how that's affecting not only the sales but people who are racing horses?
Yeah, I've been screaming about it for a few years now. It's reality. The full crops, numbers don't lie. In addition to that, you have your regional programs. Ontario, Pennsylvania, Ohio came on board. So it's definitely going to be a challenge the next few years. I wouldn't want to be a race secretary. That being said, maybe less is more. So, we won't know until a few years from now, but we're not going to have a choice because there's definitely a horse shortage.
Now, what are you hearing as far as buyers that are coming in for the sale? Where are they coming from? How hard has it been to attract buyers, maybe that aren't from the Northeast, but are from those other regional jurisdictions, to let them know that there's some really good horses for them to come out to New Jersey and buy?
Yeah, I think the sale's been distributed very well. With social media, online, we keep the past performances up to date. I've gotten calls from Canada, Ohio, Delaware, Maryland. What I think you will see is some people calling a friend of theirs who's coming to the sale. Maybe I can't get here. But, the racehorse guys are sharp. They do a lot of the homework beforehand. And, Sunday is just it's just a show, really. And they'll find a way. If they want to buy a horse, they'll find a way.
Now, I know you're also a thoroughbred guy as part of Ice Wine Stable. And a lot of people know you've had tons of success in the thoroughbred business. So how's the thoroughbred business going from the ownership standpoint for you these days? It's
a little quiet. We've struggled a little bit. We kind of got away from our game here a little bit, but I did the thoroughbreds, I think 6-7 years ago now, to try to learn from them. Definitely have learned a lot, and we do breeding. I sell yearlings up in Saratoga sale. I really like the commerce in that business, and I think we can learn from it. And I'm still convinced, and I know we are going to get some thoroughbred owners to come over into the standard business. I get 2 or 3 calls a year, and I know it's going to happen.
Now, do you think they handle the whole sales process better than the harness game? It's totally different, but is there a lot of things we can learn in our business from the way they do things, or are we ahead of them? They just don't think so.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I got into the business, actually. So I'm very good friends with the gentleman who runs Fasig-Tipton. I go to Keeneland all the time, so, you know, imitation's a form of flattery, they say, right? So I do pay attention to that. You know, when it comes to auctioneering, you know, believe it or not, a lot of the same crew, the auctioneers, the bid spotters, they're the same that have been on our payroll for years. It's just a different price model. Auction's an auction. It's, you know, with the 2-year-old and training sales, it's much more, you know, the horse is there 2 weeks before sales, so it's a lot more labor intensive. You know, besides that, they really don't sell a lot of racehorses at public auction, so that's something I think we do a better job with. But, you know, both industries are compatible and similar in a lot of ways, but in a lot of other ways are totally different.
How about a Derby pick as a thoroughbred guy? You got one for us tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, you know, I'll take a shot with McCracken. You know, maybe Irish Warcry. I would like Fletcher's horse, Tap Right, and even Always Dreaming. But I'm just a little concerned. There's been a little on the muscle down there. If they do what they did today with the Oaks, you know, they pounded out pretty good. You know, they're becoming. But you know, if he gets a cheap lead, maybe he'll be the horse.
Irish Warcry, if people are looking for a rooting interest, he's a New Jersey bred, so that would be fantastic for all of us involved in New Jersey racing to have a New Jersey bred Derby winner. One more thing before we go. I know this sale will have a voice that's not used to being at it, our dear friend Sam McKee.
Yeah, you know, listen, I get it's a shame, it's a tragedy. I said it as soon as it happened. They're not going to really appreciate what he's done for the sport. And one of his talents was the pedigree readers, and we're surely going to miss him. And he's not out of thought, he's not out of mind, out of thoughts. We think about him all the time, and he will be missed. And you know, we got to carry on. But Sam's just a truly impressive individual.
Yeah, I know how much he loved the sales. You could always walk into his office, and he had the catalog stacked up there and the notes made. I mean, he loved everything about that. So yeah, we'll certainly miss Sam every day.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Dave, for coming by. The Tattersall's Spring Mix Sale this Sunday starting at noon in the Meadowlands back paddock. Come out, check it out. Buy yourself a racehorse. See if maybe you can have a very successful one. Thanks a lot for stopping by in the Sulky.
Thanks again. Thank you very much.
All right. My new partner, Dave Brower, coming up next.